reaction video. Yes, I am back. I also want to tell y'all today is my birthday. Good old 36, man. 36 is in here in the building. But I just want to say, appreciate y'all, man. You're going to keep running it up. We're going to keep going. But let's get straight into the video. It's Larry Bird's stories that prove he's the ultimate trash talker. And this is part 2. I found this part 2. I didn't even know they had a part 2. But I definitely had the part 1 already. But yeah, we ain't going to do too much talking, y'all. Let's get straight into the video. Let's get it.
He was cooking everybody, but talking and telling them about it.
He just shook his head at me. He said, man, it's going to be a night for you.
Every time he was about to make a move, he told him what he was going to do.
I'm turning around saying, you little piece of
Don't ever put no white dude on me because that is disrespectful.
He never stopped talking trash. Never.
Right. Like our coach would call timeout and we're going to do this. And like we walk on the court and Bird just looks at me and goes, no, give me the ball right there.
There's a story going around where Casey Jones was drawing up a play and you guys were all in the huddle and I guess he was having a hard time saying it. Larry told him, hey, give me the ball and the rest of you guys get the hell out the way.
You know, we're trying to exploit a matchup. McHale's having an amazing game against Milwaukee. I remember in Milwaukee, so we're running a post up for him against Marcus Johnson.
Kevin was the one that had the hot hand. But as we all know, Larry's the man, and that's Larry's team. But KC was torn between drawing up something for Kevin because he had the hot hand and not offending Larry.
So he's very upset with that, so I diagrammed the play. He says, heck with the play, Case. Why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? Give me the ball and tell all the rest of the guys to get out of the way. I said, shut up, Larry. I'm the coach here.
So I set a cross screen for McHale. Comes in the post. I come off a down screen, and I look up and I go, he ain't passing the ball. He's just holding the ball, like looking at McHale in the post like this, and then boom, just shoots the 3 and makes it.
And from that time, I learned to run Larry's play, not the coach's play.
So Larry just took the F over. And that was the end of the X and O's.
Larry knew me since I was a sophomore because we would go up there. It's not illegal to go up and be at a camp in Marshville, in Boston, and you work in a camp, but really you're there to play against those nighttime games. So Larry knew who I was. And I get in, Chuck Daly has me starting one time, and Larry looks around and goes, "What's up, Sal?" I said, "No." He goes, "You on me?" I said, "Yeah, I got size on you right now. I've been watching every movie." He goes, "Y'all not double teaming?" And he's looking around. I go, "Nah, it's just me, fella." He goes, mouse in the house. And they change the play, and he catches the ball. He does this, and he shoots it. He says, "Sal, you better ask for a double team, bro." I got 2 quick fouls because I'm smart like that. And he hated Bill Laimbeer. So when you got a guy that hates somebody, he's playing for entirely different reasons.
I mean, everybody's seen the footage.
All back line at one time, it was Kelly Tripucka, Bill Laimbeer, Kim Benson. 3 white dudes.
2 of them I ain't ever heard of.
Okay. All right. We walk out on the court, and he said, "Cheesy, who guard me?" And I was like, I got Kelly, I got Lamb, I got Benson. He's like, "You ain't got no brothers?" Like you?
disrespecting me.
That's what he said.
Straight up.
That's exactly what he said. He said, "Hey man, you can't put no white dude on me." Hey, that is straight disrespect. Right? So check this out. So the next year we come back, I said, "I got somebody for your ass," right?
Yeah.
He said, "Who you got?" I said, "Robin." He said, "Okay, he's a little better, but don't ever put no white dude on me because that is disrespectful."
But you know what, though? I know he walked out on the court one time, somebody said, "Man, get this white boy on me, he can't guard me." And Larry served him.
All
you know
the
what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he heard that before, too.
The trash talk coaches taking the ball out of bounds in front of their bench so the whole bench can hear him.
Right.
And go like, "Hubie, this all you got for me tonight? Like, you got no one else that can guard me? This is getting ridiculous," And then Hubie would put in, like Johnny Newman would be running in the game. He goes, "Wait, are you serious? That's the guy you're putting on me?"
Hey, what you doing out here? You gotta call somebody else. I even heard him tell the coach, "Hey, look, coach, you better get somebody else out here to grab me because I'm killing this guy."
Or he'd say, "Danny, give me the ball," or "DJ, give me the ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here." Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
We was playing Boston Celtics, so the great Larry Bird. I'm from Indiana, Larry's from Indiana. I knew about the history of Larry, but I didn't realize how he really got down.
Another time that was where we was playing up here like 42 Kent was a freshman.
I was going to say, you reminded me of a story when I was talking about Bird apparently was playing one and just torching him one night. I think he had 35, and as he's shooting the ball,
He told Sean Kemp that I'm the best half player to ever come from Indiana and shot a three-pointer in his face.
I'm the greatest player ever out of Indiana. And he says that right as he's shooting, and of course the shot goes in.
All day, we was like, Larry Legend is at it again.
That's true.
It is very true, man. You know, Larry, hey, man, first of all, we got to Boston that night. I knew something wasn't right. I saw an X-Man. He was limping around the court a little bit like he was sore.
David McDaniel.
I figured he'd be all right. But I go to the game on an early bus. I get there. They say, hey, Sean, you starting tonight against Larry. I'm all for it, you know? So, you know, I looked in the mirror. I'm like, well, shit, man, I'm about to get this motherfucker fits out here tonight. So before the game, I was over there rubbing my hands looking at him like, I'm about to get your ass. I was the young guy that kind of came up through the history in Indiana and kind of broke a lot of Larry Bird's records. So Larry kind of had already known about me a little bit. But unfortunately, there was an article that came out in the paper, USA Today, and it said that Larry didn't have it anymore. So he came out that night to make a statement, and I was just the prime candidate to be. Yeah. Before the game, he told me, he was like, he just shook his head at me. He said, man, it's going to be a up night for you.
So what did he put up?
He gave me 50 3/4.
Oh, my. He was hitting everything.
And he talked to me the whole entire game.
What did he say?
Well, first of all, he asked me to jump ball. He said, you the cat that broke all my records in high school, right? And I was like, yeah, that's me. He said, I got tonight. So every shot he was calling, at the defensive end, he would tell me, he'd be like, I'm going to pump face you, get a hand warm on you, look at you, play. He was actually calling out bank shots. He would say, next time, bank shot left side, I'm going to pump fake you. Your dumb ass going to go for it.
He would tell you that, and it happened.
I said, first of all, I'm going to be so close to you. If you shoot the ball next time, I'm going to try to rip your arm off. So being from the streets, man, I was to the point of like, look, I'm going to foul him so hard that he's basically going to take his will. He started shooting the ball with his left hand, man. I was trying to foul his right arm. He was shooting with his left hand. A quick pump fake, dog, and he go for that and he
Got you.
Man, come on, man. Making it off on me, looking at me, still slapping me on my butt and everything, man.
What'd you do?
Man, I had to foul out, but I was on his ass. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. And then Larry, he actually invited me to his house that summer after the game, man. He told me, he said, that's the best defense I've seen so far, the best effort. It's like, he was like, I've had nobody play defense that hard on me.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
He go, I appreciate you playing out here. Then he was like,
You still compete.
I gave you 50 3/4, but that was the best effort I've seen in a long time. You know, you come to the house and shoot around with me, this summer I show you how to shoot the ball, young fella.
Larry Legend.
Straight up.
No, Larry's probably the best trash talker. And you know the best thing about Larry now? He's so buttoned down now. He's just like, I didn't do that. Man, that guy lies. He was the best trash talker. And he denies everything.
Larry Bird was the biggest talker in the league back in the day.
and a lot of people say, really? They thought it was Reggie or Charles. Larry Bird talked more trash on the basketball court than anybody I've ever played against.
He would tell you exactly where he was going, what he was going to do. And he did that to us in the finals.
So we playing them the last play. He says to James Worthy, he says, you guys don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go right over there that corner.
So he was like, guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to go right over here to the corner. I'm going to catch the ball, I'm going to shoot it, and ain't shit y'all can do about it.
They take the ball out, and I think it was either Danny or
DJ.
The late, great DJ.
Yeah. You DJ coming down, right, with the ball. Oh, great DJ, that's good. So pass it to Larry, he's in that corner. Now I got to go out and close Larry Bird out. So as I'm running out to Larry Bird, he's talking trash to me. I don't know why you're running out here. Who says that in the middle of the game? He said, I'm gonna wait till you get one step away from me and I'm gonna shoot it right in your face. So I got one step away. He shoots it all net. 3-pointer, good.
Take the ball out, the man curl right to the corner, caught the shot, shot a three, game over. It's like, are you effing kidding me?
And he turned to me and said, you did all that running for nothing.
And it was great trash talking because it wasn't vulgar. I mean, he wasn't pounding his chest. You can just be standing next to him. I would jump out and try to block a shot on rotation, and he'd say, Scott, you jump high, but you don't jump that high. You can't get this. He hit you with,
Scott, you're a little too late.
Scott, you're not getting that. Why are you even jumping? Why are you running out of it? But it was all game.
He'd say something like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, I mean, he talked the whole game.
He could be red hot or ice cold, he never stopped talking trash. Ever. Ever.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, "You can't stop me." And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident." He was confident. Dude, you're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points up. Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing.
Brad Doherty told me this story. Larry Bird catches the ball in the deep corner and he steps back for a three. And before he takes the three, he's like, oh, wow, he's going for the win. He's not going for the tie.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out of Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump.
And he head fakes him.
And as I go by, he tells me, he says, "Fly, bird."
Now it's 3-2. He hits him on the butt with the ball. And then he shoots it at the buzzer.
And I go right by him. He shoots the ball. It's nothing but nylon.
And the confidence that hit him on the butt as he flew by him trying to block a shot.
He would do a head fake, or he would do this, and the guy would turn, and he would just fake the crap out of guys.
He was playing chess and everybody else was playing checkers. He was 3 moves ahead of everybody else. And you never knew what he was going to do, but you knew it was going to be something special.
Bird didn't talk trash to you,
Oh, my God. Bird talked trash to everybody.
I wasn't around long because he was hurt when I was playing that first year or second year. But I just remember one quick thing. We were playing against him, and I think I stole the ball from him. And I just remember him turning around saying, "You little piece of." And I was like, that, to me, that was Larry Bird. And I was so happy because I'm like, that Larry Bird told me you're a little piece of. You know what I'm saying?
Like, they came back and told Chambers, "I know you guarding me, and I want you to know something. There's only one man that can guard me, and that's God." Now think about that for a second. Think about the confidence and the arrogance it takes to make that statement.
I always tell the story about Larry Bird.
Yo, I'm telling you, Larry Bird is a beast, yo. He is a beast, man. I'm telling you.
I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, "Larry, what's going on with you?" He says, "You guys are being disrespectful to me." And I says, "What are you talking about?" He says, "You guys are putting a white guy on me." That's disrespectful. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. He says, "It's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me."
Larry said, "I'm insulted that they would put a sorry dude like you on me." He said, "No, I don't even want to play no more." He would drop the ball and take a turnover. And I'm looking at this guy like, he's nuts, you know?
The story goes that when he played against Denver, they had a guy named John Hansley, a white guy, a really good defender, right?
Okay.
They put him on Larry, and Larry was wearing his ass out.
Absolutely.
And Larry would run by the bench and tell Doug Moe, who was the coach, get him off me. That's disrespectful. Put a black guy on me. Because when he played back in the day, that's all he played against was brothers. So he was like, I had to torch his ass so they understand.
And Larry got on the roll, so I shoot the ball. Every shot was going in. Right? He runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, "Hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench who can guard me?" He goes, "So nobody out here can." Frank looked at the bench and goes, "No."
This was the originator of getting in your face and talking trash. And then you sit there and you go, "This guy up in my face talking noise. He ain't that fast, he's slow." But he knew how to aggravate you, agitate you enough to get you out of your game.
They used to talk so much trash, man. So I remember we playing them in the elimination game in Joe Louis Arena. And, you know, end of the game, they up like 8 or 9. They done won the series. And you're going to try to take that last shot, right? Said, "I hope you make this last shot because it's your last one of the season." While I'm in the air. Mid-air. Bam. Clang. I missed it. You know? But they used to talk so much trash.
And he's Larry Bird. People were here to see him play. I remember kept telling a referee, "Stop blowing your whistle. They didn't come to see you. They came to see us." And I had to go like, "What did he just say? Did he just say, stop blowing your whistle?" If I'd have said that, I would have, I'm out. But when I say that he cussed his ref out, saying, "Ain't nobody come to see your punk ass, stop blowing the damn whistle," I'm like, what?
We're playing a game down in Atlanta, and this is how long ago this was, because Atlanta was a good team.
Rest in peace, Bill Wong. Rest in peace, man.
And we are getting hammered. We're just getting killed. We're down 25 at the half, and they're all trash talking, and fans are throwing stuff at us. And we're going to kill you, Celtic. Bird, McHale, Parrish, DJ. You guys are all frauds. What are you talking about? So we come in at halftime. We're just sulking in there with tails between our legs. We walk in. We're sitting in the locker room.
And Casey Jones, our fantastic coach, he walks in, he looks at us, looks at his watch, doesn't say a word, walks over to the cooler, pulls out a beer. Pops the beer, goes and sit down, pounds down the beer, just sitting there. Looks at us, goes over to the cooler and gets a second beer. Pops the beer, pounded it down, doesn't say a word. Looks at his watch, looks around at us, goes and gets a third beer, does the same thing, and then he gets up, looks at his watch for the final time, and he says, "Let's go." So we go out there and we're warming up to start the third quarter. And you watch an NBA game, nobody wants to ever take the ball out of bounds because they know they're never going to get it back. Larry Bird always took the ball out of bounds. He's going to take the ball out of bounds, and that referee comes, and the referee hands the ball to Larry to start the third. We're down 25. Larry takes the ball and pushes it back into the midsection of the referee so that he can't get away. The referee is like startled, staggered. What's going on here? We're all right there right in front of the Celtic bench. And Larry looks right into the soul, right through the eyes of that referee. And he says to him, "We're not going to quit. You make sure you don't quit either." The shot just like melted on the spot. Larry hit 11 straight shots to start the third, including 7 threes. We were tied at the end of the third. We won in overtime. We did not need a plane to get home that night. Larry Bird, you're awesome.
You remember the time when he was playing Atlanta and he told the guy, "I'll bank a 3 on you," and the guy's just bullshit. So,
yeah. I noticed it because Kevin McHale ended up having the most points ever scored by a Boston Celtic, right? And Larry told him he should have got 60 because he broke it against Atlanta like 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah.
That was a tough night, man.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
No, but when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots. It's in that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says,
"It's off the glass. Who's next? Where do you want this one from?" And he just made one after another, and he just tortured him mentally.
I think Bird went by the bench one time, too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And,
No way.
Yeah.
His last shot, he said, in the trainer's lap, coming down the court. He shot this high rainbow, it goes in, Ricky bumps into him and knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said.
And it was in the bench, Atlanta bench got in trouble because they out here rooting for
You can see it. I mean, if you go back and look at the tape, you can see the bench, every shot he made. They're going crazy.
Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever because back then, you watched the real game and just went, with a video, and Mike rewound the celebration 20 times.
And they show a shot of our bench. Cliff Livingston and Eddie Johnson are standing up giving each other high five.
I mean, everybody was entertained by this. Even the guys on the Atlanta bench.
They got fined for that, I heard.
Yeah. Watch the reactions on the Atlanta bench. Watch Cliff Livingston over here. I think this is Cliff.
Larry Bird.
Fratello wouldn't let it go. It just kept rewinding. Showing the guys, you remember, they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls off the bench.
Yeah,
too.
that was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. And, yeah, and so it was a bad night.
Larry used to come in the locker rooms. He'd be getting his ankles taped, and he'd say, "Hey, ball boy, run in and go find the scoring record in this building." He needed those kind of challenges.
He had accomplished every goal. We hadn't lost a game on the trip. And Larry told all of us players and the media too, tomorrow night's the last game of the trip, I'm going to play this one left-handed at least through 3 quarters.
It was at a time when, McHale was still coming off the bench.
And so Larry scores his 6th point on a left-handed shot.
And I'll never forget it. McHale yells out.
And McHale goes, "Hey, Jerome, wait till he starts shooting right-handed."
And at the end of 3 quarters, he had 27 points left-handed. Well, left-handed is one thing, but when the game got close, I had to go back to the right one.
He could hold all these things in his head during a game. So he'd have a shooting drill at the old Boston Garden.
4:30 in the afternoon. I was an early guy. I'd set up early. The garden would be dark.
Late in the afternoon by himself. Dark garden, come out with an equipment guy and just do the perimeter, shoot for half hours. All you heard was swishing.
If he missed a shot during that thing, he'd say that the Bull gang set up something wrong with the rim. Otherwise that would have gone in.
I'd get there early, plug in my Stone Age computer right next to the bench, He'd come over, he called me Scoop, he said, Scoop, what are you working on? I'm like, I'm doing an early story. Then I'd say, well, I'm doing an early edition newspaper story about your free throw streak. You are approximating the NBA record for consecutive free throws, so don't miss one tonight or I'll look bad in the paper. Sure enough, first half, he goes to the line for 2, and the foul line is lined up right where we're sitting if he looks over. He's at the line. He makes the first. He looks over and winks at me. He looks over and winks at me before he makes the second. I mean, guys don't do that today. And he would always thinking about these things. It's like paying off a bet in the middle of a game. He was doing 2 things at once.
You know I'm going to get to that story. My favorite story of all time. My Rick Mahorn moment in Hartford, because it was so crazy. I was sitting there and Rick Mahorn, he's at the game. And we play a game every year, 1 game in Hartford. So we're playing against Washington. Rick comes out in the halftime. The mayor of Hartford comes out, brings Rick Mahorn's mom out. And the mayor's talking about Rick and Rick's mom. And the bastard just says, all of a sudden, he says, Ricky. Finally, the mayor just leans back and goes, Rick.
Kiss your mama. He said, kiss your mama, Ricky.
Kiss your mama, Rick. Kiss your mama. And for the rest of the night, that's all we would say.
Hey,
Rick Mahorn, kiss your mama.
But Brad, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, it's funny. That's what Larry Bird. I think we're in a car together. I'm posting him up. And he's laughing, and he was telling me something. He's like, Ricky, kiss your mama. Kiss your mama, Ricky. Because you started that kiss your mama. And, hey, they were booing me in Hartford. I'm like, well, I'm from here. Born and raised in Hartford, Weaver High. And why the hell they booing my black ass? We playing the Celtics, but I'm from here. They booing my black ass, and it's in the newspaper. Rick Mahorn, a villain. I'm sitting there going like, I'm from here. This is why you talking about me. And I'm like, damn. As soon as that shit started, I said, man, I hate Boston. I couldn't stand Boston. Still don't like Boston.
All right, y'all, this wraps up that good old video. Let me know if my audio is good, because I know some people in the comments said my audio was pretty, but I'm actually holding my mic right now, so hopefully, y'all can hear me and everything. But yeah, that was, I'm telling you, Larry Legend, man. People need, if you're new to this video, man, I hope you really tuned in, because Larry Legend is a beast, man. Really is a beast. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy, man. But yeah, this wraps up this part 2, man. I'm definitely about to get on to some more videos. I'm actually about to head out for a couple of days for my birthday, and yeah, but I appreciate y'all so much. Subscribe if you're new, hit that like button, turn on that bell. It's all free. I appreciate the love and support. Gonna keep pushing out these videos for y'all, and yeah, just keep running up in your life, and just stay strong, keep your head up, y'all, and just keep going. Just like anything is possible, y'all. But yeah, I'm out. On to the next video. Love y'all so much. Peace.